Thank you to goodcleanbeautyco.com in Australia, so now stocking Essence and Catrice.
Hello there, how are you? I hope you're well. I'm going to try on all sorts of fun new stuff today. The first thing is an Essence Hello Good Stuff 48-hour intense hydro gel. It's a tester size. So cute. I think it's got hyaluronic acid. Let me get some out. Okay, in we go. Smells fresh. Feels light. Perhaps the pipette is a little small for the type of product, but this is only a tester, so I'm sure the full size is a little easier to use. I hope you're well. I'm well, I'm just been super busy. Okay, I will let that settle down and then I'll put on some primer. Going in with the Essence Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum Primer, a much loved product by me and many other people. It is a beautiful primer, but it's also a beautiful serum. If you're looking for a very reasonably priced dupe for the Glow Recipe Drops, this is the one. I have repeat purchased this many times. Now, they have sent me some testers before, but nothing like this box that I have here. It just overwhelms me, actually. I'm just, yeah. I never thought it would happen, so thank you so much for that. It's really hot here. It's early November and we're already experiencing 35 degrees Celsius, which is high 90s on the Fahrenheit scale, I believe. I've just sprayed myself with the Essence Hello Good Stuff 48-hour hydro fixing spray, which is like a coconutty, has a coconut vibe. It's beautiful. So I will be using this as my setting spray as well as just a bit of a refresh for my face. I have done my brows and I have put some lid primer on, and it's very timely actually that they sent me a color correcting palette, because as you can see, my my face is very florid today, so let's use that. Now these are little cream palettes in all of the useful colors, and I think these, I don't think they're sold like this necessarily, but this is how they've come to me. So let's try that. So I've got a concealer brush here. On the red patches, I'm going to put some green. It's creamy. It's spreading well. It's got enough of a pigment that you can see where you've put it and where maybe you still need to put some. But it's not, grass green, so it's certainly a shade that I can work with on my light medium complexion, and that's covering the redness really well. Now I am using quite a skinny brush here, and I could mix this in with the foundation. The foundation they've sent me, I don't know if it's going to be the right shade. So if it's the wrong shade, what I'll tell you about is how it feels, how it dries down, if it dries down, all of those elements to it, even if it's the wrong color, okay? We can make things work. Right, so I've covered up most of my redness, excuse me, with the green. I'd say it's like a creamy paste. So I'm just using the yellow one as a complementary lid primer. It is relatively emollient, also quite sheer. I did have lid primer on before, but as you can see, my lids are really dry. So this is actually helping counteract that a little bit. And has gone on with my finger quite easily. So yellow will counteract the blueness. I probably don't ever need that orange. I guess I could mix the yellow and the orange together, the terracotta. The lavender, because I don't have that undertone, the cool undertone, that's not going to work for me. It's not necessary for me. They sent me 2 eyeshadow palettes and they're both gorgeous. This one I've used on camera before. This is actually the second one they've sent me for free. And I will give this one away because it's brand new. It's perfectly good order. This one is beautiful. It's more of a rosy tone palette. But the one I'm most excited about is the face palette. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? So these are in tester packaging. Yeah, you understand, like sample packaging. They're not in the proper components. So there are 4 lid shades there. Obviously the buff, the chocolate brown, and there's 2 shimmers. There's also here a highlight, a beautiful blush shade, which I really like, and a bronzer, which is perfect shade for me. So given that I've already used the eyeshadows on camera before, I haven't used this color palette, but Color Story, but I've never used a face palette from Essence before. Bloom Baby Bloom Iron Face Palette. Yes, it's definitely Essence, not Catrice. Okay, let's go in with the eyeshadow. I'm going to put the buff shade all over the lid. Obviously not being too particular here, just trying to neutralize the area, disguise some of that dryness on my lid as well. Set down the primer, or the color corrector, slightly powdery, coming out of the pan. But you know, I'm not exactly being delicate here. I'm being quite rough and quick. Now, to give such things the best chance to work, I always try to use my best brushes so that then I know, well, it's definitely not the brush. The brush's fault that something didn't work. It's either my application or the product. Okay, right, so I'm going to go in with the chocolate brown now. I'm going to use a flat brush a definer brush to place it. Oh, that's very good. That went on beautifully, no kick up. Wow, that's really nice brown, isn't it? Look at that. It's a perfect universal neutral brown. That's deep enough somebody with a darker complexion could wear quite happily. Now I'm going to use it down here as I typically do. I'm finding lately I'm wearing almost as much eyeshadow on my under eye as I am on my upper lid. I'm really loving a smoky eye again, and I'm also finding that with a darker shadow underneath, eyeshadow is just that little bit softer than eyeliner, that sort of soft focus look. But it's also a great disguise for under eye bags, dark circles, all of those fun things that come with being a woman. I won't just say, yeah, a middle-aged woman. I think all women would understand what I'm talking about there. It's that multitasking brain, those multitasking brains, which are amazing and worth cherishing, but also it's exhausting, isn't it? It's exhausting. Okay, that blended out quite a lot, didn't it? Right, I'm going to put a bit more on because that's not vivid enough for me. I do love the shade though. It's a really nice shade. Bloom Baby Bloom, this palette's called. Okay, pretty standard matte formula. I'm not experiencing patchiness. We'll see later how if there's any creasing or fade or anything like that, but certainly an extremely wearable colour story so far. Right, the other side of that flat brush, I think I'll go in with the deeper shimmer first, and I'll put that on the centre lid. Okay, I need to spray the brush, don't I? To give it a bit more of a chance to adhere to the lid. Oh, that's pretty. So it's not a gold, it's more of a bronze, I would say. That's quite nice, isn't it? Okay, so let's get some on the other lid. Yeah, it's coming out of the pan quite easily. There is a little bit of flake, but no glitter particles that I can detect. Or a bit of fallout. No. Shouldn't be, I sprayed the brush. Well, that's very nice and very wearable. Okay, let's get another little brush to do the inner corner now. Okay, this is a small flat brush. Right. Now I'm getting the lighter shimmer now, which is more champagne, I would say. Take it right in there and tap it. This is what I'm doing a lot of lately. Tapping. Tapping to apply things. I guess it avoids putting too much on. It ensures better adherence to the skin as well. Less chance of it flaking off or disappearing into the air. That is quite yellow on me, but warm tones are my preference, so that is perfectly fine. I will just put whatever's left on the brush, which is really nothing, up through there. Okay, that is a more impactful shimmer than the bronze. And there was a tiny bit of fallout there from the bronze. Now I'm going to do a bit more of the bronze because I'm not satisfied with the level of coverage. Okay, that's better. And I'm going to go back in with the chocolate brown. Just there. There was a little bit of fallout then. Must have got past the top layer of the shadow in the pan. That's what that tells me. Yeah. I think the shimmers are slightly better performance-wise than the mattes so far. Very much a colour story that I'm into, let's be honest. I'm just going to get my blending brush and put some darker brown through the crease for contouring. Just a quick tap. So just a wee bit of patchiness there, just the weeest bit. Okay, lovely, happy with that. Mascara, old favourite, and this is not from the PR box. This is one of their probably their best selling product, Essence, the Lash Princess mascaras. There are many of them. Actually, I think I've got a brown one now. I should dig that out, but I'm still using up this black one. Now, this is the other thing. I have loved these mascaras for I don't know how many years, and I still love them. And value for money, yeah, I've had this open for quite a while now. I know it's not necessarily hygienic to keep your mascaras for a long time, and I don't. I rotate them pretty quickly, but as far as longevity of the formula goes, this will last right up to the last day that I'm intending to use it. Whereas some other formulas, like say a tubing mascara, I've just finished one of those for another brand, and I was scraping the sides to get product that was wet enough to use, because it had just dried out so fast, and it was a more expensive mascara, certainly a lot more than these. These are still like $7 in Australia, which is crazy. It's so cheap. And they're hero products. Look at the black, it's just so black. It's so black. And the more you use them, the better they get. One of my favorite lip products, and I say like out of all lip products of all time, is the Essence lip gloss formula. Look at this one. Look how scraped out she is. She's nearly done. This is Pure Nude, I think. Yeah. Adore the formula. It is amazing. Obviously, that's one I've bought. I have so many of these in my backup makeup bag because I can't be without them. A new favourite from Catrice. Look how much of this lip pencil I have used. The Generation Joy lip pencil from Catrice in True Tangerine. Totally my colour, right? Orange, you know how much I love orange. I ordered one and they sent me 3. Isn't that just so lovely? So I'm very grateful. I often just wear this as lipstick. The colour is superb. It's unique. How many orange lip pencils are out there? Not many. And they're probably in brands we can't afford. So for Catrice to bring out a really good quality lip pencil in a colour that is great for certainly my skin tone, I'm very pleased. I'm very happy. They have previously sent me a tinted kiss, Good Clean Beauty Co. Sent me a tinted kiss in exactly the same shade, which was Pinky Promise, and it's beautiful. I'm not really in love with the formula though. So the other ones they've sent me here are the 8 Hour Matte Liquid Lip in this shade, and obviously I'm wearing this one because look. And then there's this gorgeous mauvey shade which would look perfect with that eyeshadow, wouldn't it? So I might do that look in the future for you. Let's try this. I haven't worn a liquid lip since I decluttered my Huda Beauty one some time ago. I'm smelling it because liquid lipsticks sometimes smell like paint to me. This one doesn't. It's very fluffy and mousse-like. The applicator's good, slightly curved, beautiful colour. The shade I've put on is Fiery Red. It's dried down, there's no clumps. Very good. Happy so far. There's a slight tingling there, which is interesting. Foundation time. Okay, this is a blast from the past. Essence Soft Touch Mousse Makeup in 03 Matte Honey. Is this going to be the right colour for me? Let's see. That's what she looks like. Ooh, it's pretty warm, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna try my finger first. Very creamy. Right. Oh, it feels lovely. It's got a silicone-y feel to it. It's a matte, but it's not a dry matte. It's going on like those silicone primers, like the Smashbox one. I'm using my fingers because that way I can feel it, you know, like get a proper feel for what it's doing on my skin. The colour match isn't bad. Well done, Good Clean Beauty Co. They must have checked out my channel before they sent me this shade, because like they could have sent me, I thought it was going to be a little dark, but certainly under the studio lighting it's pretty good. Gosh, my skin looks a lot healthier with it on. That is for sure. There's no grabbing onto the colour corrector or the primer. Wow. I couldn't tell you the last time I used a mousse foundation. I think the last one I used was like a CoverGirl one. Wow, maybe 10 years ago, maybe even more than that. That's dried down totally. No sticky feel, no greasy feel either. My skin looks so much better than it did before. And it's in a glass jar too, guys. It's not a plastic packaging. So that's quite impressive. Now, how much product do we get in here? We get 8 grams, which is 56 ounces, or 0.56 of an ounce. So it is a little bit less than you would typically get in a foundation. But you can see I'm not going to put on another layer. I'm happy with that sort of 1 to 1.5 layer that I've done. Maybe put a little bit more there on the mo area. I reckon my daughter would love this too. She'd love this component, the skin feel, the way that it's not glowy at all, but has good. If I put another layer on it, it'd definitely be up to medium to full coverage. And it's dried down and I don't need to powder. And it's 35 degrees. There's that. They sent me five concealers. The irony being that I hardly use concealer at all. I'm so sorry. But they sent me 4 from the Multitasker range. And it looks like a full size from this Camouflage Matte Concealer. Now that's going to be full coverage, isn't it? That's going to be full coverage. So, what I have been using, and I bought this from them too, from Good Clean Beauty Co. The Essence Skin Loving Sensitive Concealer. This is really nice. This is my type of concealer. It's light in terms of weight. The shade I have is, let me just tell you, light. Wow, that's original. Okay, so in the Multitasker range, so they sent me in the Multitasker range Natural Nude, Cool Porcelain, Natural Beige. I think I'm going to go with this one, which is the Natural Nude. The other shade they sent me, which is quite yellow, is Warm Honey, bit too dark. And the full coverage one is in the shade, the Essence Matte Concealer is in the shade Medium Fawn. So I will be passing those on. Now I'm going to put the Natural Beige, which is slightly more yellow than this one, but close, they're pretty close. And this one feels very similar in formula to the one that I already have opened, that I purchased myself. And I'm really enjoying. I mean, stuff that's sitting here on my makeup table that I use every day, if it's still there after a week, then guaranteed I'm going to keep using it. And that's from me, who doesn't use concealer very much at all. So I'll continue to put the sample that they sent me on this side. Okay, and my own purchase, this one here, on the other side in the corresponding spots. And just let that cook for a minute. And then I'll blend it out, blend them out. They're both a nice lightweight formula. Now, some people love full coverage concealer, and that's pretty much all the makeup they wear. That is sensible. There is a lot of sense in that way of doing your makeup. But me, I don't like full coverage concealers on myself. I'm not concerned with the fine lines, the hiding of them. I don't like discoloration there. I don't like eye bags, but that's not necessarily age related. That's just life related. Oh, you can see that's lightened up my face quite a bit, hasn't it? Brought the light in. I'm still feeling, my skin's still feeling, you know, it's not feeling heavy. And I'm doing lots of tapping, as you can see, to try and blend, make things seamless as possible. Okay, I barely need to powder. There's really nothing much to powder at all because everything's set down quite well, but I'll use a little bit of under eye powder. Going in with some more of the Hydro Fix spray now to freshen things up again. Oh, that's nice. It's coconutty sweetness. There's something there, like a hint of pineapple or something like that. This they sent me, and this is taking me right back to the 90s. The Blossom Dreams Iridescent body glitter stuff. Look at it, it's very pretty. Now, I have a number of iridescent eyeliners from Essence that I really like, but this is me when I was 18. The shade they sent me is Woe. Okay, I will be putting some on. I will. Just letting my face dry. And then we're going to put some bronzer on. Not my favorite thing from Essence because of the component, and it's not. This is like universal Tarte. Everyone does these. The Cool Tone shade I got rid of. It was just too grey. This one is a good shade, but these poof things, I'm done with them. When this one's done, and you can see I almost am, I shan't be purchasing anything with a poof component like this. Gee, that foundation has settled down on my skin so well. I thought it was going to be too yellow, but it's really not. It's really not. So Essence, I would prefer if you did a squeezy tube without the poof, just saying, or a pot. I really like the Huda Beauty style pots. Now Westman Atelier, which is a really super bougie brand, their sticks are like that. Sticks are also quite good, don't mind that, but those poofs, I just don't jive with them at all. But this product it's good. The color, great. The color being, let me see. Sun-Kissed Sweetie. Shade 3, I think it is. Blends nicely, as you can see. I'm just using a cheap old Wet n Wild brush, so not using my best brush at the moment. I could have grabbed my Refa one and I didn't. But I have also been using this product for months, so I already know that it's effective. And often I'm just blending it with my hand. Nice, huh? Really nice. Good product, crappy component. Anyway, we move on. So I'm going to use the blush that they've sent me and the bronzer. I'll do the bronzer first. This shade looks good. This looks perfect. Let me just see that I can get it onto the brush without mixing in with the blush, because it's a, you know, these brushes are big, aren't they? face brushes typically are. Powder brushes, because they're putting, you know, moving product to larger areas, around on larger areas of the face, like the cheeks, the neck, the forehead. Not the eye area, obviously, because that's, you know, small, and that's why you have your small petite brushes. That's nice. Look at that. Gosh, his face and makeup is really turning out quite special. I wouldn't even put a blush on if not for the fact that I want to try it. Which brush will I use? See, I have to find one that's not too giant. Okay, I'm going in with the Refa one, which is, because it's in the middle of the face palette, so trying to be careful here. Bit of kick up there. Not getting a lot of colour. Oh, I needed to break through the top. There's a slight sheen, unless I've accidentally picked up some of the highlighter. It's nice. It's like a coral pink, which is perfect for my colouring and this time of year. I like to do the sort of sunburnt, slightly sunburnt effect with my blush now, this time of year. It's quite sheer, I'll say, but there's nothing wrong with that, because we don't always want to be clown cheeks, do we? Now, let's go in with the highlighter. I've got my fan brush. It's pretty much a typical champagne highlighter. There. Nice. Essence highlighters are well known. I actually have one that I purchased that I want to show you as well. The Bloom Lighter. But that will be in a separate video. They're really doing some good things. Quite nice, quite nice, quite nice. Let's put a little bit on the upper brow there. Under the brow, I meant to say. Above that contour line. And a little bit on the tip of the nose. Nice. That's good quality. They are well known for their highlighters. That's really nice. Lips bleeding. Just a wee bit on my teeth. Excuse me. Bit of separation there. Just a little bit. Matte lips, liquid lipsticks. Not always been my favourite thing. Not always been my favourite thing. Okay, let's go in with another spritz of the Hydro Fix, because I'm really loving it. As you probably guessed by now. Little bit of transfer with the mascara. But I could cover that up with more eyeshadow, couldn't I? So once it's dried, you just smudge it like that, and it gives you an eyeliner effect. without the effort of doing so. Right, we put another coat of liquid lip on. Started to see some gaps appearing. All right, I will go and fix up whatever is going on here and here and come back. I'm back. That's better with the second coat. I'm still seeing a little bit of separation here, but that's probably my lips, you know, dry, I guess. So the other products that I bought, these things I all bought myself. The Essence Lash Without Limits in brown, so new mascara from them, can't wait to try that. That's the one I was referring to before but couldn't think of what it was called. The All About Blur erases fine lines and pores. This is essentially a skin balm slash primer, and I have used this. It's quite nice, but I've only used it the once. Now, before I was talking about the blush lighter, look at that. Isn't that just superb? This shade is Made of Stardust. It's not iridescent, but it's duochrome. Oh my gosh, can't wait to be wearing that in summer. And yet another Essence fixing spray, Fix and Last Keep It Perfect with hyaluronic acid, free from oil and alcohol. That was the thing that appealed to me, is that it doesn't have alcohol in it. So they sent me this one for free, and obviously I'm loving it, but I actually purchased this one myself, and I find that their sizes are just great because you can put them in your handbag, you can travel with them, and there's no weight or effort needed to, you know, pack things up more carefully. The other thing I did buy is the Catrice Under Eye Brightener. So I'm still exploring the Catrice brand. They don't have the full range of Catrice yet. I'm really wanting to try the concealer, which is supposed to be, you know, a miracle. I have been using quite a lot, and I'm down to there on it, the Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation. It's a 10 out of 10. It's so hot. Look at me, I'm sweating. Oh my God. It's so hot. So the Catrice True Skin Foundation is available from Good Clean Beauty Co. I bought this myself. I love it. I love it. It is my new long-lasting foundation that has replaced Moira, because we can't get Moira anymore in Australia. And the shade I'm in is 30 Neutral Sand. Before I melt, I'm going to put on the Blossom Dreams Iridescent Body Glitter in this little pot. If I can get it open. This is very retro. Let's put some on. Can you see the shift there? Purple, green, pink. Quite nice. Let's just do what I always used to do when I was a teenager and just get it out of the lid, because that's usually enough. I've got a small highlighter brush here. Oh, it's definitely glitter. It's got glitter particles in it. So fun, so fun. I'm going to Lady Gaga in December. So guess what's going with me for that trip? It's really quite pink. Yeah, it doesn't really go with the tangerine too well. But my fringe sort of hides that a little bit. Let's put some here. Just for funsies. On the collarbone here. So you can see the shifts in the colour. You can see a lot of purple, can't you? I put a crazy amount on then. Okay, it spreads pretty well with the hand. I am very sweaty and sticky. Can you see the green? You can't really see the green, can you? You can just see the purpley pink. Oh well, I tried. I'm a little out of practice with my body glitters, let's put it that way. On myself. Sometimes I put them on grad makeup clients. There you go. You're getting the full whack of it now. So this was like the more sort of conservative side. This is the, you want to be seen in from space. It does grab, but maybe that's just because I'm sweaty. Right, everything else is really nice. This side of my face, I'm really quite happy with. That is too much, but this is lovely. The makeup on this incredibly hot day looks good. How am I creasing? I am not creasing. That is nice to know. Can you see my dry patches? You can't. They have magically disappeared with the magic that is makeup. The separation of the liquid lip, and it's still going onto my teeth. That's the thing I find with liquid lips above bullet lipsticks. They just do that on me. That might not be your experience. So the face palette, which is called Bloom Baby Bloom in the commercial packaging, not this sample packaging, is lovely, and I can see myself putting a bit of tape or a rubber band around that and traveling with that, because that is perfect for me. The bronzer is a good shade, the blush is a good shade, the highlighters I could use as an eyeshadow as well if I want to. The perfectly neutral eye quad, great for every day, especially for a blue-eyed person like me. So very happy with all of that. I'm going to do another video. I'm going to do a second video, and I'm going to feature this color story with this lipstick. The same formula, but a different shade. And then I'll also use this beautiful thing, the under eye brightener, the other fixing spray, and I might even come on camera and I'll use this foundation, the Catrice True Skin, and I'll come on camera with some eye patches on, just for fun. Okay, I have had lots of fun here today. And oh, I didn't show you this. I'll show you that in another video. I will. And the new mascara. Thank you for putting up with my randomness. It is greatly appreciated. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to have a swim because it is so hot. Thanks so much for watching. I love you. Talk to you again soon. Bye.